I'm standing up and I'm telling you, I am Warhol. I am the number one most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh.
Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
So the first is the belief that it's possible, right? And that's how I landed on Kanye and Elon, because there's people who's like, I believe that this thing is possible, and that's why Kanye got so pissed off, because he couldn't figure out the blueprint. There was no blueprint. Ain't nobody ever wrote down the rules.
Now who's gonna be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more?
What I do value greatly about someone like that is the amount of people, like his focus on what he believes in and his drive. 4 years ago, I started losing my vision, and it was really difficult for me to have these conversations with doctors, and this has been my journey over like the past decade for sure, with health issues and doctors saying, you're gonna be in a wheelchair, you're gonna be bedridden, this is just gonna be your life. And I did not believe that that was true. Not that people who do end up in wheelchairs or blind or bedridden didn't believe, you know, I'm not saying that. It's just that I just didn't believe that about myself. What they were telling me felt so foreign, and I couldn't accept it. At one point in time, they told me that my unwillingness to cope with how sick I was actually what was making me sicker. It wasn't the medicine that they were giving me. It was my unwillingness to accept how sick I was and accept my diagnosis. And I thought they were crazy. So they said I was crazy for not believing them. And I left. And I just decided, you know what? I don't need this whole team. Mayo Clinic. I had gone all the way up to the top trying to get answers. And when 4 years ago, it was my vision that started to go. And I haven't driven for 4 years now, which has been very challenging because that's like my independence and a lot of other things, right? It was the same thing. I went to different doctors and I said, hey, can I get some glasses? Could you help with something? Because I don't know why this is happening. It was tons of pressure and pain, and I didn't understand it. They said, no, actually, it's not your eyes. Your eyes are fine. It's your brain won't allow your eyes to focus, so there's not really like glasses we can give you. This is just how it's gonna be. If I accepted that there were no solutions, I wouldn't know if that was true or not. I would have just known that I accepted their answer for things.
Yeah, it would be true for you, because you said there's no answers.
Right,
So where are you now?
I found, diving through rabbit holes, I found a vision therapist in Tucson who studied under someone else who had cured 4 people with this particular diagnosis. And she does what's called brain glasses. So she prescribes for your brain, not your eyeballs, right? And that's where we are now, is I've had probably 15 different prescriptions over the past couple years, and we're just doing vision therapy. But I can't drive, but I can recognize my kids when they come in a room. I can feel like I have some sense of normal life. And for me, I just believe that I'm at the precipice of like this breakthrough that's gonna happen when whatever the science needs to do to figure out how to help more people like this. But it's people who believed that there could be a solution, right?
Yeah.
And everyone called them crazy, and everyone said it wasn't possible, and they kept going. And I thank God for people like that, because I have those solutions today because of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of the weird duck strategies I think really help. You know, for all of the damn the Doritos and the alarm clock is, you know, put in another room and all that stuff. Like the willingness to buck the norm. Because when you say that, my default is, of course, is an answer. Like, of course, somebody's figured this out.
Yeah.
You're not even the first. Like, whatever brain thing you have, somebody else has had it and has solved it. Mm-hmm. You just have to find that person. And it's not easy, but
yeah.
I don't even know what I'm saying. I've done zero research. I haven't even heard of this. Brain can't focus on your eyes. And it's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I have zero expertise. I am not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. Science was my worst subject in school. I know nothing. But I believe that it's completely naturally fixable. I just believe that. And that belief will lead me down to finding the rabbit hole that leads me to the solution. It's like the innocent until proven guilty. Like, prove to me that I would need to be proven to that it's not fixable.
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Yeah, you have to prove it to me that there's not a solution at this point because I'm going to keep looking.
Yeah, and if a doctor tells me no, it's like, okay, but they're just the wrong doctor. Okay, cool.
You ain't got the answers.
Next.
Yep.
Until I've exhausted like every single idea that I can come up with, but I just will default to believing that it's possible.
Do you think that there's a moment in there in that level of belief that is attributed to your future self? Okay, and here's why I'm asking.
19-year-old me kind of had no idea what was going on. I figured some stuff out. 80-year-old Evan would come back to 43-year-old with the same message. Dude, why are you going so slow, man? You're out here quoting Kanye. What are you doing? Right? Come on, man. Right. Stop talking and do bigger, right? 83-year-old Evan is pissed right now.